Hi there. Very happy Vapor here. Very happy Vapor. Actually, I've been waiting to record this one for about a month. Um, I'm really glad I can finally do it. What I want to talk about is the new version of the Epophor Colibri Nano. The Nano, the, the main thing about the Nano, of course, is that they've been always tiny. They were 7.8 millimeters in thickness, which is pretty much identical to a tobacco cigarette. So when people are looking for something to replace tobacco cigarettes, then one of the things that comes up is the size, because the standard 9 millimeter e-cig looks like that. So you can see that the difference is huge. So people are looking for the small one, and there is very little in the small cigarette market space. There is the Colibri, and then there is the E8, which I'm not a big fan of for a whole lot of reasons. I'm going to record a comparison at some point. So in the past, the Colibri has been steadily improving. And I did a review of the Colibri. They always had the charging case included in the kit, which is great. As a matter of fact, it's an amazing value. It always has been. For $60 you get the charging case, the 2 batteries, and yada yada yada. It's really good value. But about a month ago, I got an email from epopher.com that they're sending me to check out. They're sending me a new kit, which is the limited edition Colibri. It looks, for the world, it's really hard to tell just by looking at it that we're looking at a limited edition, but at the same time the changes are absolutely astounding, and a lot more than I expected. Well, first of all, in my original Colibri review I had two problems. One was the somewhat abrupt and noisy side draw. And I was certain that a company that's making a side draw cigarette would never switch from that design. They did. Floored me right there. My other problem was the marking on the cartomizer. The old cartomizers did not have the flavor or the tobacco content marked on the cartomizer, and if you are using different flavors, then you do want to have the cartomizers clearly marked. They changed that. The cartomizers are now clearly marked. You just have to make sure that the replacement cartomizers, you get the new pack, not the old pack. So the new pack is going to be available together with the new cigarette. So that is absolutely huge for me. The old ones are still available. Then, somewhat more subtle, they really changed the PCC. The old PCC had a number of problems. One of them was the latch design, and I had to exchange them a couple of times because, as you can see, I don't need to press the button. Just a little bit of pressure and the thing would open and dump the contents into my pocket. I was obviously not a huge fan of that. It's hard to show on the video, but they changed the latch design, and now it's not going to open unless you actually press the button. That is great. Then another thing is how the cartomizers and the batteries are being held in the PCC has changed. In the past, I always mark my cartomizers with the flavor. I always refill them. I always mark it. And the problem, okay, so I put a little sticker onto the cartomizer. The problem with the old PCC was that the stickers wouldn't fit. They had to, the PCC had a very tight fit. So I would take a little file and widen the hole. So now the stickers will fit, but the thing rattles in your pocket. Also annoying. So what they've done is they, again, brilliant stuff. Okay, they've widened the hole but put a soft foam layer on top, so it grabs the thing, it grabs the cartomizer even with the sticker on it. The bigger holes allow the room. The foam allows it, kind of grabs it, and there is no noise. Absolutely love it. The vapor volume, that part. The feel changed because when you change from a side draw to a draw through the battery, you get a smoother draw. As you can see, for a unit this size, to get that much vapor, it's very comparable to a 9mm, like 510 or something like that, a standard or green smoke. It's very comparable with that. So great flavor, great feel, the slower, smoother draw. Absolutely love it. The refills. Refilling is still very easy. They have not really. They did experiment at one point with a nano design that was a little tougher to refill because it had a little translucent washer at the top, but I've only seen a couple of them, so I don't think it was used for very long. So this was a brand new cartomizer that I just opened up, and it's very easy to open, it's very easy to refill. The space is not great, obviously, because they need the air tube in there, but still it's quite easy to refill. And you can see that the white tip, it has a little tube that goes into the air tube, really good at preventing getting any sort of juice into your mouth. So very, very nice, very easy to refill. And of course they do sell their the juice, so obviously they're not too terribly concerned about it. But even without refill, you do go through more cartomizers, obviously, because this cannot replace as many cigarettes, cannot hold as much juice as something that size holds. So you go through more cartomizers, but they're also a bit cheaper than the 9mm ones. So overall, okay, so a pack of cartomizers is about $9. If you buy them separately, you can also buy them in cartons. So it replaces 2 packs of cigarettes, according to ePuffer, and they are actually quite realistic about how many cigarettes they replace. So they're basically so let's say 2 packs of cigarettes, $9, $4.50, unless you're in a state where cigarettes are really cheap. It's still a really good deal and very easy to carry around. The PCC certainly holds enough for a day. So that honesty about rating the cigarette equivalent, I am really impressed by. So the cost is fine. All of the parts are cross-compatible if you already have the older Colibris. All of the parts are cross-compatible. The PCC is compatible. The cartomizers are compatible. The old cartomizers, ePuffer is telling me that the old ones without the marking on it are going to be on some sort of clearance in the future. So if you don't really care about the marking, you might be able to pick them up. Nothing else has really changed. It's just the marking. I just find it really big. So overall, I'm thoroughly impressed with this new unit, especially considering that it simply has no competition. Because E8 I do not consider as competition. It's garbage. This is the only one. Downsides, you know what? Not a lot. I would like to see the white battery, and they're promising that the white battery is going to be available as an add-on part. But I'd like to see maybe an option to buy a white battery as part of the kit. don't know, for example. Also, a USB charger would possibly be nice as part of a kit or something like that. But these are piddly little thoughts. It's an outstanding unit, outstanding, very enjoyable vapor, great flavors. My personal favorite by far is the Colibri, the premium tobacco. That it's got a bit of a cigar flavor to it, but not too much, and it's nice thick vapor. It just hangs in the air. It's just absolutely amazing. I didn't think that a unit this size could do anything like it. Or even the next size up. Okay, so yeah, I can see getting it from an Ego, but not from something that size. So if someone asks me about a small cigarette that's easy to use to replace tobacco cigarettes without any reservation, the small unit, this is it. There may be some discussion about 9mm. ePuffer is also coming out with some new stuff with their Magnum. They're coming out with Rev 3, so I'm waiting to see that. But again, if the 9mm feels too big, then Colibri, no question about it. Just make sure you get limited edition. It's certainly a different experience, and you're not going to regret it. So have a great time. On the screen right now is my shortened URL to the Colibri cigarettes on ePuffer, and a discount code for 10% off. I think it makes it a great deal. So have a great time, happy vaping, and like I said, they've come up with something really, really good. So have time.